Hopefully you can hear me and see me. Look, I feel called to do this right in this moment. This is super random, but I got to do it. Let me turn this down.
Church was growing, and these consultants would come and they'd say, "You need to develop a life message." And I was 29.
How do I do this? You see this? It's just a cute little white candle that I lit to send off some positive energy, some cleansing, purifying, positive energy. I like to look at these little, when I light these, sometimes I do my candle gaze meditation, but not right now because it's about to burn out. But I said, somebody need to see this, just a cute little white candle. And my hope and intention is that it just helps purify, cleanse your energy, your mind in some way. I don't know. He just told me to do it. Maybe because I do it for myself and it usually helps me. Just recenter, reset right quick. So take that positive choo-choo. Positive choo-choo. Okay, it's done. Look. Okay, hopefully you can hear me because I ain't got no mic or nothing. This is very just off the top. Here we go. Man, look, I was watching Tyler Perry. He was on CNN with Anderson, what's his name? Anderson Cooper. I don't know how old this was, but it was about a 30-minute little episode, and it just sparked me to hop on here to share what came in my heart after watching it. They got deep. They was talking about a lot of good stuff. Hold on. This warm water. Cheers. But what stood out the most, they talked about a lot of stuff, but what stood out the most mainly, what they were talking about was grief. Yeah, Anderson Cooper, it was good. No, Anderson Cooper, y'all out of order. Hey, it was a good little 30 minutes. And mainly what they talked about, what stood out the most to me was grief. They were talking about grief. So not that I'm about to hop on here and talk about grief, but the word that came to mind is this. God said, look, I don't know who you are, but I heard this. He said, look, just be kind. This is a time of year where a lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are hurting. A lot of people are suffering for one reason or another. A lot of people are fighting silent battles. You know? And so what I heard in my head is just hop on and just share this. I just heard just be kind. If you can help it, try to be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through. People are grieving. People are grieving stuff. And especially during the holidays, whether they actually lost somebody or, it could be actual death or it could be loss of anything. You know, you grieve for a lot of reasons. It could be career shifts. It could be loss of your past self. I know the world is changing and it's just a lot of stuff going on that's asking the new nature of what it seemed like what's going on in the world is asking people to shift and pivot, and people are going through awakenings and all kind of stuff. So people are grieving, whether it might even be just death of the old self. That could be hard. What's so crazy is I had to look that up because I forgot what the 5 stages of grief was. I remember it was anger and I remember acceptance, but I looked it up. So the 5 stages of grief are anger. What is it? Anger, denial, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Those are the 5 stages. Anger, denial, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So that's what I heard. I just heard it. Hop on here and just share this real quick. Look, man, you don't know, people are fighting silent battles, or maybe you could be fighting a silent battle. And just the gist of what I heard mainly is just to try to be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through. And be kind to yourself. I heard that self-compassion is key. So have self-compassion for yourself and for other folks, man, because everybody is going through something. And it's not to minimize what you might be going through. It ain't even about that, but it's just about just being aware of that and acknowledging that, especially through the holidays, because you don't know what stage of that grief cycle somebody's on, and you don't go through them in order. So you don't want to be unconscious or inconsiderate or so selfish that you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and then they in that stage of grief where they pop off and it be something that could have been avoided. So I just heard it. Just be kind, be mindful, and be kind to people, and be mindful and be kind to yourself, and have self-compassion for yourself. That's what I heard. But this is just that time of year. A lot of people are hurting, man. Dang, people are hurting. People are fighting silent battles. And people are just grieving a lot. People be grieving and they don't even be talking about it. They be grieving their childhood, their little self. And all, I mean, it be all kind of stuff that be going on. Whether it's an actual death or loss of somebody, or just grieving what they wish their past would have been, should have been, all that kind of stuff. People be grieving for all kinds of reasons. So I just keep hearing it. Just try to be kind and be mindful. Think before you speak, if you can help it. Think before you speak. And give yourself that same grace too. Be kind to yourself and have more self-compassion to yourself. And somebody who come across this, you need to go somewhere and cry. Somebody is holding on and don't be want to cry because maybe they've been raised to think that crying is for suckers. You need to go cry. You got permission to cry. Don't let nobody lie to you. Come on, get you to go. Yeah, you want to see somebody? But that's all. It ain't even nothing real profound that I had to really share other than that. I just heard that though after watching that sermon, or not that sermon, but watching him, what's his name? Tyler Perry on Anderson Cooper, and just some of the stuff they were sharing. What it brought to my heart the most is just how, man, people be fighting silent battles. People be going through it. Even if they show up and even if it appear to be like, holy cow, everything looked perfect on the outside on paper, man, so what? People still be going through stuff. That's why you got to be mindful and just try to be kind and considerate, at least this time of year, even if you usually are an inconsiderate asshole. Try to watch it around this time of year, okay? Because you don't want nothing popping off that could be avoided. Because everybody is not emotionally intelligent. You know that. And some people are what's it called? A fragile ego, and you don't want nothing going on that could have been avoided. Because people be hurting. People will just be hurting. People be doing the best they can to navigate their earthly experience. And people are grieving a lot. People are just hurting. I just feel it. What happened was my head went, so when I wasn't even about to hop on and talk about this, but all of a sudden my head started hurting right here. My chest got a little heavy. And then it was like something took my breath away. Like, okay, I think I need to say this. So it ain't even nothing that's planned. I definitely didn't have no script or nothing, but I just heard that. Like, just try to be kind to people and try to be kind to yourself, man. And go somewhere and cry. Stop holding back them tears like that. You ain't doing, Go somewhere and go in your private, go somewhere and cry and release that bottled up energy that's trapped inside your body that you've been pushing down. Whether because you being busy trying to ignore it. And that was one thing he talked about, how grief, pain, or whatever it is you might be going through, or whether it's trauma, I don't know what it is, but he said sometimes you can be so distracted, but grief is going to pop up and it's going to wait for you to get done. It's going to pop up sometimes at the least opportune time. So just hey, if you got a few seconds, 20 minutes, go somewhere and cry and release that energy. And try to process that stuff. Don't be pushing that down, because it's like he shared. It's a normal part of life. It ain't nothing to be ashamed of. It ain't no time limit on grief, whether it's grief of a job loss, a career shift, friendship, partnership, actual death, whatever it is. Grief is like it's like a living entity, and it literally surfaces. It pops up random, and it's not no time limit on that. But I feel like somebody need to cry. I don't feel like I want to cry, but I feel heavy. Because you be just running around and just you be carrying that. People be just carrying that. Feel it. So you can lighten your energy up a little bit. Maybe you'll sleep better tonight. If you just get somewhere and cry and get that out. Especially if you a man. Because I know usually societally that masculinity, that toxic masculinity inbred thinking shit like, oh, crying is for babies and wimps and shit. Nah, man. When you don't express that energy, even if you're a woman who actually operate in your divine masculine energy more, you probably somebody who be holding back your emotions and don't be crying. Go somewhere and cry and release that energy before it make you sick. Feel it, whatever you need to feel, especially during this time or whenever you feel like it's something coming up and you can't quite understand, you don't know what it is, but something coming up, just feel it and go on and release that energy. So that's just what I heard. So I just want to hop on here and just share that because God wasn't going to let me rest. Man, my damn breath. I wonder what that, all of a sudden it was like I couldn't damn breathe. And then this goddamn head, that's his signal, at least for me. That's the signal like I'm asking you to do something. So I love y'all, whoever you are. Just be kind to yourself. And you matter. It's purpose on your life. I don't know, maybe you're somebody who's blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself for shit. Because everybody doing the best they can from where they at, from what they know. So that's what he say. Just let it go. Do the best you can and just feel it and just kind of release that. And stop feeling so responsible for every single thing that you plan out or whatever it is. Because you ain't God. So don't be carrying that weight. Don't be carrying that kind of weight like that. What do it say? Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. The present is a gift. Try to live by that. Try to live by that if you can. So you can just have some gratitude. But yeah, I just felt it. I don't know. Just be kind, man. People are really hurting and fighting silent battles. Like you just don't know. Even like rich ass people, because even he talk about this. Like he just decided to take up therapy and stuff. But people be hurting. So just be mindful of that, please. Please, if you can help it. Because you know how bad you would feel if you realize that something you might have said that was inconsiderate was what tipped somebody over the edge, and that's what made them jump off the bridge. You don't want to carry that. You probably will never know it. But that's why you got to be careful. You got to be careful. And if you somebody who have a hard time being emotionally intelligent or regulating your emotions, if you need to go and you go and get away. Don't be spewing that stuff out on nobody. Don't be spewing that stuff out on nobody. Get with yourself and feel it and do what you got to do so you can be showing up like somebody with some sense. Because you don't want to hurt somebody that actually was the last somebody you should be hurting. So you just got to be mindful and self-aware. Be kind to yourself, be kind to other people, man, and just try to keep your head on straight because it's a crazy time of year. And that's one of the reasons I don't be watching the news like that, because I know it's all kind of crazy stuff popping off because people live through their emotions and people are inconsiderate and just not self-aware. So I just wanted to share that. I love y'all. I love y'all a lot. I don't know who coming across this, but I hope you feel it. I love y'all like I love this baby. Look at this baby. You think he a real baby? I was trying to chime in. I got this passion on TV. I forgot this dude named Steven something. Let me see. Anyway, hopefully y'all having a good night. It's snowing where I'm at. I was like, I didn't even realize it. What's his name? Pastor Steven Furtick. Yeah, he good. But anyway, yeah. If you're out and about or if it's snowing where y'all at, man, drive safe. And don't be texting and driving and shit, man. Don't be doing that. That could wait. Yeah, that's the song I kept hearing. You know that Lauryn Hill and Bob Marley song? I want to give you some good loving. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Turn the lights down low. Dun, 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 dun. So hopefully something I'm saying is letting you know, reminding you that even if you feel like you're alone or don't nobody care, hey, you special. You are loved. I love you. People love you even if they don't tell you. And at the very least, love yourself and know God love you, or whatever you believe in. And if you have a hard time receiving love or feeling it from people, even if you're surrounded by a bunch of people, you have a hard time receiving it, you probably need to go and cry and make room. Cry and feel some or something. So you can open up your heart and have a little room to let love in, you know. Sometimes that could be the case too. So, but yeah, y'all be safe. I might come back. I'm gonna sit down. I hate that. Like when my head be hurt like that, and it's about to subside, but not yet. And I was watching somebody, man. She damn near was on the live, and she's like failed. It wasn't funny, but she was all right. But I was like, oh hell no, my head hurt like this. I damn sure ain't about to do that. So I love y'all here. Cheers. This is just some warm water. Can you imagine that? Because weird stuff be happening. I'm up here talking about something, just loving, be kind. And she's like, out, So I'm going to go and sit down and just kind of hopefully my head will calm down and stuff. But I had to get that out. Somebody need to hear that, man. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to people. And just be cognizant of that. Be conscious of that. People are grieving. People are hurting. So watch your mouth, because you're, like I said, the power of the tongue. Your tongue is a goddamn sword, okay? So use it wisely. Be mindful. You ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Or at least don't say nothing right now. What they say? Exercise discernment and be tactful. And before you speak something, be sure it's the appropriate time, the timing. Just be careful. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got right now. Well, y'all be safe and have a good night or a good day, whatever time you might come across this. Okay. Okay. Uncle. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.